Great. The classic John Deere classic, man. Yeah, it's no one's playing in this fucking thing. That's that's been your boy. What was it? Oh, yeah, it's absolutely I told you, I sent you that. Oh, yeah, that was the one where it's like if you just took a like 30 feet, just taking out rough, whatever, just 30 feet. Yeah. I mean, last year when I was playing, like, probably better golf, I was kinda like there was, like, a stretch for a couple of months where I was, like, shooting low 80s. Like, that was what I was getting. It wasn't like, "Alright, I'll shoot at 80," and then I shot, like, a 95, it was like, boom, I was shooting 80s. Because I was dialed in from, my 8 and 9 iron, like, my 9 iron especially, I knew if it was the right distance, like, I was gonna be on the flag. It just, like, I was just hearing the 9 iron, like, just every time. What? You muted? Oh
My
my god.
fucking my motherfucking. All right, guys. Now you can hear me. We were just been talking about
I was just
this.
talking to myself. We were
We,
just
we were just
practicing a little
talking.
bit.
We were just talking about this. Hey, that's what happens with these impromptu streams. We just got to get these done for the fans. We were just talking about this and how much better pros are. I mean, Guap was just talking about being dialed in, and yeah, this guy, the stat guy on Twitter, he gets into that too, as far as like laterally. So it sounds like you were you were peering everything, so your distance is right, and then it just becomes a fact of are you gonna miss left or right,
Yeah, yeah.
and that can be easier because he broke it down as far as like putts go. Because like think about a 5 foot putt. How often are you leaving that 3 feet short? Like
Yeah,
yeah,
never.
3 feet long. That's sometimes. And then how often are you missing it 5 feet to the left? You know what I mean? So it's just like the farther out you get, the more like wild. Obviously, the more wild you are, but it's just insane.
Yeah, I played like absolute shit at
Yeah,
fucking
let's tell the fans about the 96.
it
Start from the
was
full one.
hole one was okay. I just like pulled my tee shot. Of course, the starter's like iron. You got iron for
You
the
go off the
tips?
tips with an
And
iron.
I'm like,
Why didn't you just play the Reds?
take the head cover off of my fucking driver. You'll see why I'm using a fucking iron. And it really all went downhill. So the first one wasn't too bad, but I did double it because I missed a fucking bogey putt. Like I had like a really long I like three jacked it. I had a really long putt for par,
That
and I
happened to
fucking
me.
left it hella short. Like the putting green was hella quicker than the actual greens.
People are stomping around on there.
We
Versus,
played. It was Cash Creek's course, so I mean it was
that's
nice
what it
ass
sounded
course.
like. Yeah,
And then I mean
we're
it's like
both
yeah, it's like
playing. We're both playing
it's,
casino courses on the fourth.
it's like 7350, bro. Like that course is long for
I
the
wanna. I
tips.
wanna play it.
It's sick track too, because like the great like there's like the fairways are flush. The fucking rough stick.
My dad was about to get us kicked off the freaking Windstar course, man.
Oh, why?
Bro, he's just yelling at the top of his lungs, just fuck, fuck. And he's like, the only reason why he's getting so mad is because he's playing a left to right shot and it's going right to left. But like, it's still like in play. He still was like, he was yelling fuck at the top of his lungs. And I'm like trying to calm him down. And he would end up parring the hole. And I'm like, what are you doing? You play once a week.
Yeah. No, yeah. That's just some people
he threw his sandwich onto the green. He skinned it out of the trap and just threw his club.
See, when I was there, your pops was like,
exactly
like all pissed.
Well, because that's the thing, because we weren't playing with anyone, so he just lets loose. It's like fuck it. And then I was like, afterwards, I was like, yeah, Dad, we're gonna have to play with someone next time because I'm not dealing with that. Well, because like that shit affects me, because like when that bunker thing happens, like I'm in the bunker too, but I have to hop out and go repair his divot that he left on the green because he's throwing hissy fit. And it's just like, come on, I don't need this negativity.
Yeah, so you gotta really throw positivity out there.
I try. No, I try just to be relaxed, and sometimes if you're playing with someone that's just like, hey, we got to hurry up so this guy doesn't play with us. Then we like hurry and then we run into the group. Hey, God damn it, these fucking people in front of us. And it's just like just complain about everything. It's like, fuck.
Yeah, I used to be bad about that with people in front of us, but now I'm just like, it's just golf. That's how it is.
Yeah,
nowadays. It's
exactly.
Busy every fucking where you go. It's gonna be tee times taken up.
Sometimes it'll be nice. You get off earlier.
The 2-iron is just like I had some good shots and I started playing a little better on the back nine, but the problem is like when you miss with the 2-iron, it's way short and just way like if you miss with the driver, you could still pump it 230, 250. You know, like I have to pure my 2-iron, maybe go like 270, right? 280.
Fuck.
Like my buddy,
you're probably out driving your buddy.
No, so with his driver, like there was a few times where like I was like right behind him. I was like, fuck. Just that little bit extra,
Bro, I'm a fucking dumbass. It was like I was hitting on the range and I did something that felt really good, but I didn't really work on it. I was like, well, it feels great. I gotta keep trying this. And I bring it to the course and I just like my first shot with an iron, I tow it and it goes 50 yards to the right. And I'm like, fuck, I'm fucked. This round's fucked. But like every now and then I would hit a really good shot. So today I was just kind of working on it on the range. And it was basically, it was about like 2 steps of the swing. When you're going back, you got to keep that weight back. And then kind of going forward, going through it when you're on the downswing. So it's like 2 steps. So I was doing that, and by the end, I figured out some crazy way to just flush it, and I was just flushing everything. But it was like 3 hours, and I was like, I gotta go, but this is awesome. Hopefully I remember what the fuck I figured out, or maybe I'm just high.
Probably a little bit of both.
Probably
a little bit of both.
But like, after reading these like stats like this, I'm just like, okay, yeah, well, shout out to me for breaking 80 from the tips. But nonetheless, how much better they still are. Like, what the fuck are they doing to just be that good? That much better than a scratch golfer. Imagine being a scratch golfer and then just imagine a pro just like not even scoffing their head at you. It's like, I don't fucking care.
It's a whole nother, they're in a whole other dimension, bro. They're literally I think you need to be like a lot of golfers. I mean, you have your guys like Dustin Johnson, Koepka, that are like those like cocky, arrogant type guys, right? And you need self-confidence on the golf course.
Well, that's me. Hang it. Let it hang. Let it hang, big cat.
No, yeah, right. And then like, I mean, even the guys that act humble, like they believe in themselves through and through. And then I think it is practice. Like the more and more you practice, obviously, like the better you get at something, right? Was it 10,000 hours to master something? These guys have been playing since they were young. They've had elite coaching since they were young. They just
Yeah.
like it's like imagine like picking up basketball later in life. Like for me, like I picked up basketball when I was young. Imagine like you pick it up later in life, your shot's gonna look funky. Like it's not gonna look. You're not gonna have the same fundamentals as
Right.
somebody who played it since they were a
Well, I
child.
mean, I played it as a child. I didn't get any lessons though. I would just go out and just start hacking it.
Yeah,
I
and
would
even
wake
then,
up.
there's
I
plenty.
would
I
never
mean,
know. I'd played in high school, and I would wake up not knowing where the ball was going to go on the
yeah,
course.
yeah, but like these guys, they're getting it dialed in
Right.
early on. I mean, dialed, and
It's
then it becomes that thing. Like I said, like if you want to get the fastest way to get really, really good, especially for like us, is just they say they narrow it down. Like I heard this one, he was like a aspiring pro. He made it like on he has a tour win on like a like European or Asian tour. One of those guys, right? He just grinded. He's still a player, but he's not PGA status, right? There's even a jump from these guys to PGA that's just incredible. Because these guys are playing on these other tours, they still could go under par at the drop of a hat, right? Like
they go
Asian
on
tour,
the Corn Ferry tour. People
Latino
go
tour.
off. I don't know
Oh
what
yeah,
what courses they're playing or the tees or how tough it is.
the winning rounds will be like just like PGA events will be like -15,
But
shit like
they're
that.
I think the par fours are just like they drive and they have a 50-yard wedge in.
Yeah, so that's what they say is like if you just got good from 70 yards in, and I'll even say 100 in, and then most pro like John Daly, I saw that clip. Like he says, like the difference with pros is 150 in. These guys are dialed. You know, if you're dialed in, but with wedges, he says get three distances for each, three different distance shots for each wedge, and
All
just
right,
grind those.
I gotta write that down. 3 different shots for each wedge.
Like three different
Be
distances, so
like,
you know, be like,
well,
okay,
okay, no, I
so
got that.
what do you hit like 120 right now?
Gap, 52-degree.
Yeah, so but you could probably hit it like 130 too, right?
It's questionable.
120.
Sometimes I'll pull it out. It depends on where the hole is. Sometimes I know I'll be short if I pull it out 130.
Yeah. So
I'd
it's like
rather, but
120.
that's the thing. Like, yeah, it's like a 120 full swing, and it's
Then
varies.
get like a so get it dialed, like go 120 and then do like 115 and a 110 shot.
Yeah,
So just in case, like yeah, maybe you're gonna with your 110, you might use your 54 or whatever, or your what do you have?
56.
Yeah, you might use your 56, but then with the 56, you do the same thing. You do 110, 105, 100 yards.
Right. And like if it's 110, depending on if it's better to miss long or short, that's kind of how I'll decide what club to hit.
Yeah,
Cause sometimes it'll be like 110, but 95 to the front. So I'm like, okay, sandwich. I'm cool with
yeah,
that.
and when you do this, you'll figure out which shot you are more comfortable at hitting. Like maybe you're more comfortable hitting the 52, 110 versus your 56, 110. Like you can hit it that far, but like I'd rather just hit the 52.
I feel so much more comfortable with like kind of like the half swing type
Yeah,
deal.
yeah,
That's like kind of what I do with my 56. And I was starting to try to develop that with my 52, but no, you're right. You gotta dial that shit in.
yeah,
I hit my pitching wedge for like an hour today. I just kept hacking. I was like,
yeah,
this is probably a good yardage to start getting good at, especially
yeah. So
because
next time,
my
just
half,
do wedges, bro. Just do wedges for like an hour and
right.
just start at like 50, 60. Those are like, you could get dialed with those, right? But it's more of a feel shot to me.
Mhm.
Like a 50-yard shot, it's like just see where you got to land.
With those, you got to start developing I'm gonna hit a low spinner versus a high drop. That's when you start developing. Like even though pros do that, like I think that's also what goes into their shots. They're like, what trajectory?
Yeah, well, it's gonna be like, all right, what turf am I playing on? How are the
The
greens? Are they receptive? Shit like that.
yeah,
Um, although that low spinner has kind of been like it's like my shot now. Like if I have a fairly clear path to work with and I'm around the green, I'll just do a little bump and run and it like checks up. every
If
time. It'll
I
like
w
bump and then check like a little bit.
Yeah. No, I was going
And those
off
are
with
like
that because these greens,
that's
like, were just punched, and they were super receptive.
yeah, they're
Scissortail was.
soft. Yeah.
And it like, even though I shot an 87, like, I had some crazy shots where my dad, he would look at it and be like, "Wow." He thought I just scolded over the green, and then takes 2 chops and just, like, checks up and, like, stops on a dime.
Yeah, that's
He's
like the
like
most
he's like, "Oh," then he, like, says it again. He's like, "Wow." I was like, "Yeah, I know, right?" Like, "What was the first comment about, huh?"
Yeah,
"I thought
yeah.
you were over the green."
Yeah. But
I hit like, a very thin shot out of the bunker too, and it just did the same thing, just stopped on the hole. Like, "Alright." I hit ball first, I think, out of a bunker.
that yeah, because sometimes like when I blast it out of the bunker, like I always hit like an inch behind, right?
Mhm.
I don't get a whole lot of spin, but it'll like land soft, but there's not a lot of spin.
You can go
You have to
half inch.
really
You can go half inch and
yeah,
put a
that's
bunch
it.
of
But then
spin
that's
on
where
it.
I get a little like, okay, then I might scold it, hit the ball, and it's fucking gone, you know?
And then,
Like I
like,
just
I don't know
always go
what to
an
do out
inch.
of a wet bunker. I think you
You
just
gotta
do
just swing harder. Either you do the same thing like an inch behind and you swing hella harder, or you pick it clean and you just like pick it like you're on a tight lie, you know?
right.
If it's like really firm and like wet.
Dude, I had 2 plug lies that 86 round. But man, the 79, okay, when I shot the 79, coming up to 18, it was that same course where I shot the 79, but from the blues. But this time
Mhm.
I was actually on 18, so I got to play 18, but from the
Yeah.
tips. So I'm
Yeah, this
180
is
out.
the
I'm
false
180
79.
out, and I'm like, I gotta freaking maybe I was 170. I don't know, but I was like, I gotta part this hole just on the green. Let's just put it on the green. You know, little nervous, but I like see what happened was on the back nine. It kind of got in my head a little bit, and I was like, I was thinking about it a lot, and started getting a little tense. And I was like,
Yeah.
I gotta not worry about it and just let it loose, and just like, and I don't know, some thought helped me like par out, but yeah, the 180 out, pressure on, gotta par this hole to break 80, and boom, just pure 7-iron to like 15 feet. I had 2 opportunities at birdies the last 2 holes, like
Nice.
legitimate. I should have went 78, but I was too concentrated on just freaking 2 putting. I was standing over the putt like, man, imagine if I 3-putt from here, how pissed I'll be. Because that was kind of like my thing. My goal for the past couple of years was just to break 80 from the tips from like a legitimate, like over 7,000 yard course.
Yeah.
So it was nice to get that monkey off my back. What are
Got the
your
monkey
goals?
off
What are
the
your
back.
goals with golf? You just trying to get a lower handicap? You just trying to see how many beers you can drink?
Corn Ferry Tour.
Corn Ferry Marcus.
Corn Ferry Tour. No, there's like a tournament next weekend. They're doing like a John Daly tournament.
What's up with you and John Daly this podcast?
I don't know, but that's what the tournament is. John Daly tournament, and it you literally lose a stroke for each beer you drink.
I've seen that.
And
I
it's
saw
like,
a
yeah,
tweet,
we're copying that. Or somebody, I don't know, they wanted to do it. They want to like dress
and
up
you
like
go
John
like
Daly.
30 under par.
I really don't want to go. Bro, I'm gonna drink like 20 fucking beers and I'm probably gonna kill
What if you
myself.
throw up? What's the rules on throwing up?
Ooh, there should be a rule. You can't. You're done after that.
Because I know, like, knowing me, I just puke. I don't even
You
drink.
just pee.
I haven't drank since last time. Got like way too drunk. I controlled myself though. I didn't do anything dumb. Usually I'll fucking just start hitting up chicks that I like haven't hit up in a long ass time. I wake up the next day, I'm like, what am I doing? There's a reason why I don't fucking hit up these chicks. I've been talking to this one.
I
I've been talking to this one girl who's like wants to play
uh,
golf. I'm like, yeah, let's go to the range.
really.
I was like, or Top
You're
Golf
like,
or
let's go to the
something.
range. She's like, can we leave? We've been here 3 hours. You're like, no, I need to get dialed in.
No, like, yeah, I'm just sitting there, just like recording myself. Like, hold this phone for me,
Yeah,
please.
yeah, yeah. Like,
Make sure it's on slow motion.
she's like, why are you setting up the tripod in front of the bed? Yeah, don't worry about it. Nah, yeah, I know I don't want to drink that much beer either. I'm trying to.
Just make sure you just go light beer. You look like a Bud Light kind of guy.
Yeah, trans light all day, baby.
Isn't that crazy? That's crazy how that's just like the symbol of a um LGBTQ type
Yeah,
of beer. They like
well,
sponsored. They like I guess they're just you know
no, they like
um
sponsor like an influencer, and they did a commercial,
no
and
no no I'm
people.
saying like last like even after all that stuff like last week or a couple weeks ago they were sponsoring like a parade like
Oh, really?
LGBTQ. So I think they're just like saying,
They're
okay,
like,
fuck it.
fuck it.
We fucked it
Yeah,
up. We might as
we're
well
in too
just like
deep.
go with the wave here.
This guy has 81,000 people on his live.
We'll get up there eventually.
Yeah, right. 80,000 people.
Imagine. We
On
just
for a podcast, like even Joe Rogan probably wouldn't even get that. Like 80,000 people live.
easy, easy 80,000 people live. If
If
he
he did
actually,
it live, if
if
he
he
did it
did it
live,
live,
probably.
if he did it live, it'd probably have to be like an event, like a Biden Trump like conversation or something where people like debating each other. I bet he could pull that off.
I don't know if he would do that.
There's too much there. I think there's too much like
He
liability
doesn't like
involved with doing that.
to get like super political, but he just talks about like random shit.
He does. He doesn't like. Yeah, he doesn't like to get too political. But if there's two opposing viewpoints and wants to hear both sides of their story, he'll let them tell them.
Yeah,
And he
yeah, yeah.
keeps trying to like get these debate things going, where it's like, hey, I come on the pod and debate it. Did you see like the whole Robert
Yeah.
F. Kennedy thing, where it's like some
Oh yeah, he said
vax guy,
no one
some
wants to debate him.
some vax guy who didn't debate him, and like 100 million would go to charity or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was like 10.
He was trying to get Neil deGrasse Tyson to like debate a flat Earth dude, and like Neil deGrasse Tyson was like, "No, like I'm not doing."
I don't have the time for that.
Yeah, yeah,
I think
like
that's more comedic effect than anything.
yeah, like I'm not gonna do that, bro.
I've been just taking cold showers now. My apartment,
Are you like?
I have to like do something about my apartment because it's right now it's at 80 degrees,
Holy shit!
and I just
Why?
had the
What's wrong with
AC
the
on.
AC?
The AC works. It's my freaking. I'm pretty sure it's my door. I'm not a sliding glass door expert, but I'm pretty sure like it's off its tracks because it's like tough to open and close, and it's just letting in and out a bunch of heat.
Oh, I mean, you could feel it. Like you feel air coming out of there. Like
I can. It feels very hot from like forward to like even now. It's just like it's hot as fuck. And I talked to the maintenance people last week. They came and looked at it. They said they adjusted the rollers. No, and then I like right after the guy left, I was like, nah, it's still fucked up. And then another guy came and he's like, yeah, you just got to shut your blinds. Like, okay. I'm putting in another request. You guys got to fix this fucking door. And then tomorrow, I guess I'm gonna go in there around 4 when my apartment's because like when they came over my apartment's at like 73 in the morning. It's fine in the morning. It's just late afternoon is when it gets fucked.
oh yeah.
So I'm gonna go in there late afternoon and be like, hey, my apartment's over 80.
Well, is the sun beating on that side? Is that the fucking
Yeah.
west side?
Hmm.
That's probably why, bro. That's like
I
because my
know,
room, I'll close my shit. My room gets hot as fuck.
but like, okay, there is a reason why. But I was looking up like statutes and things. It's like a requirement to be able to keep your apartment below 81. And I'm gonna be in there and be like, hey, like, I'm pretty sure there's something like lawfully wrong happening. I don't know if I need to talk to a lawyer. We got to get courts involved
You
here, but
probably could get bread.
fix this fucking screen door, please. Like, because there's
If
nothing
you
else I
got
can do.
lawyer, you probably could get bread, bro. I had my buddy. He just told me he won some lawsuit he had against Dodge because he had a Charger, and something got fucked up on it, and they didn't in a timely manner do it, like, make the fix, even though it was like under warranty and everything. And so he hired a lawyer, and the lawyer's like, "Yeah, we win these all the time. Like, you're probably good." You know,
Yeah.
I think he ended up getting like 30, 40 grand off it. He just bought a new Tesla off it. He's like, fuck it.
Yeah. Lately, I just go into the office because it's like right across the street, and then I don't have to deal with just being like sweaty the whole fucking time.
You should buy a little personal unit.
I have it all right. You see that little blue light behind me?
Oh, so you're
That's just a
running
fan.
AC your apartment? Oh, it's just a fan.
Yeah, it's just
You
a
could buy a
fan.
little AC unit.
And like put it in my window.
No, like they even have ones that just like will chill in your.
Yeah, I
Just
think
like
my
a
parents
normal
have one.
plug-in.
I'll probably just go cop that and
It
pull it
might
over.
help, if you just had the AC
It
going and
might.
that.
And I put insulation on the freaking screen doors or sliding doors. There's
Yeah,
like insulation there. It's not a good situation, and something's fucked up. Nonetheless, let's get back to the golf.
Wait, hold on. So you've been doing cold shower every day?
Oh yeah, because it's like it's not that I'm
It's
like kind
hot,
of used
so
to it now, and a
yeah,
lot of the
like
times
feels good.
it's after I golf and I'm hot, so it's just like it. I turn on hot and be like, no, I don't like this. I
Dude, I
just turn on cold.
golfed on Saturday. It was 103.
Ooh,
It was bad, bro. Like I was like my buddy, I think had a heat stroke, and like I was
what do you
I was
mean?
sweating.
How do you think he had a heat stroke? Did he like get all lightheaded and just?
Yeah, he was just like all out of it. And, like he only like never asked for water. I had my fucking hydro flask. He's like, let me get some. And then he just like that's what he that was the day he broke 80s at Paradise. He shot 78, he chipped in.
He was just
on
locked
88.
in. He was just
Bro,
locked
he was
in.
gonna shoot par, and then like all of a sudden he gets heat stroke, and we're like, what the fuck, bro? Like he's just like he was like mumbling more than usual, and then fucking
more than usual.
more than usual, yeah. 'Cause he's already like part retarded, and then he just pulled. It was like this easy par three. Like we're always normally around the green, and he just pulled it, like yanked it, like 60 feet left. I was like, what? I was like, bro, I've never seen you do that. And he ended up like doubling it. And so like he went like double. Yeah.
Damn, couple doubles. When I broke 80, I didn't have any doubles on the card, which was nice.
Yeah, that'll help.
I was a lot more controlled. I had a video when I went there today, but I changed so much stuff on my swing by the end that I looked at it afterwards and I was like, I don't want to analyze this swing. My swing changed a lot.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Like it's so weird how you can just like change your swing and it feels so different. But then when you look at the video, it doesn't like look much different than your other ones.
That's why I think like I think fitting is unless you get like really professionally fit, it's kind of
It doesn't
overrated.
matter.
Yeah,
I think
your
it
swing
is too.
changes so much, bro. Like
Yeah, it definitely does. But like my short game, my chipping and around the green, it doesn't really seem to change. And I think it just has to do with the weight distribution on the full swings.
yeah.
And like turning your
Probably.
shoulders and fucking getting around it. And I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough.
I was like very keen on like getting my hip turn and keeping the weight back. Cause that's why, okay, let's go into this real quick. Cause I was going to show you something.
Like shit, man.
I was going to show you something that I've been kind of wanting to work on this lately. Oh, where is it? The fuck? Okay. Oh, no. You can like see this with all my side view ones. But if you look at the stream, like look at my front left foot. This is not what you're supposed to do.
Oh, it's loading up. So okay, here we go.
So like front left. So this foot right here. Look how much it moves. Like this isn't a thing. You're not supposed to do this. Watch it just open up. Right there. See how look at how it ends. See how it does that?
Uh-huh.
That's not a thing.
Yeah, you're like sliding on it.
Yeah, it's like
I thought you were trying to be like Scotty, bro.
I'm like off balance. Scotty doesn't do that either.
Yeah, Scotty just slides forward.
Like look at like his foot will stay planted. I saw Tiger. His front foot barely moves, and like see how his foot, he's just all his weight's on the outside part of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like sliding so he doesn't fall over. He's still like balanced.
That's why I say you imagine like there's like a piece of glass right in front of you right there.
So yeah, I was trying to like work on being balanced and like coming up. I don't know. It's a lot of technical jargon that I'm not even sure if I'm doing right. That's why I'm kind of like, man, maybe I should get a lesson just because I'll have instant feedback. It's like, yeah, that's right. No, that's not.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you could. You go like you're in Dallas. There's a bunch of fucking.
I'm
Dope.
not trying to pay $300 an hour though, or 200.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I'm sure like I can get a reasonable, just any
You
PJ.
find good coaches anywhere. Oh, all right. The head pro or like the assistant pro, the guy in the pro shop. You know, there's people
Yeah,
that know golf and the golf swing.
yeah, and it's just
They say that I have one buddy. He's funny because like he's a newer golfer and he was talking about he's like yeah, he's like I don't even want to get lessons. Like I think it'll just fuck my swing up too much. And he shoots like hundreds, right? And I'm like, bro, like I don't know, like it might help. And he's like, no, this one guy, I guess his friend, there's this guy, he shoots like low 80s, 70s, but they don't play the tips, right? But he could play a little bit. And I guess he got lessons, and I guess he's like been shitty ever since. And I'm like, yeah, bro. A lot of people don't realize something though. Like as soon as you commit and make a change in your swing, you basically broken your swing down. And it's broke, and now you just rebuild it. It takes time. Like it took me a year to get used to fucking interlocking. You know,
that's
and like,
nuts. That's
and
nuts.
even still, like I don't know if it's an interlock or what, but I turn over way like a shit ton. I think it's also the same thing too. Like I'm kind of coming over with the right shoulder, and that's where that hook comes from.
Bro, it's I had a crazy pull hook miss, and I think it had something to do with like trying to keep my weight back. But like your swing, like look at your front foot. It's like
What you're looking at this is like that's like an old video.
I know,
gotta
but
get
I'm sure
newer
your foot movement's still the same. So like a decent hip turn, you kind of just whip it around. You're definitely out, but like your front foot doesn't move at all through the follow through.
Yeah, you should keep it planted. That
Yeah,
helps
it's
with
just like
balance.
right, but it's just like my whole swing because that's what
That
I was
might be your
saying.
spikes too, bro. Like those shoes that you wear, you probably need some like more traction.
No, it doesn't have I all my even if I'm like taking practice swings, I'll notice my foot just unconsciously moving forward. It's something to do with my weight shifting, and it's just like it's all fucked. And it's either one, I have to be more quiet about it, or two, I'm pretty sure just based off of like the fact my back foot gets up so quickly, like I think all my weight is just on my front foot way too fast. Like right here, it's just like
Yeah, that could be it. It needs to be. Yep, it's already transitioned.
right now, all my weight's on the back when it should be kind of like a fluid motion. Because I think like the drill I was working on today, I would take the club back and just hold it for 3 seconds and then complete the swing. And like the first time I did it, I was like, why is all my weight on my front foot right now? And like I hadn't even started the downswing.
Yeah, your downswing's not even started. I mean, your hips are supposed to go earlier, but yeah, not
Yeah,
now.
like right here, all my weight's on the front foot. Nothing's really happening here. And I think it's just like I'm preparing to swing like it I had it like an epiphany. It was like I'm so focused on the downswing that I don't do anything on the backswing.
Yeah,
So I don't know. It's still
yeah. You're not letting it. That's what I told you. There needs to be a ratio. You need that ratio.
and there's like I'm
You're shifting, but not turning the hips. Like, right. That's weird.
there's something weird that I developed by just not taking
It shouldn't
any
be like a
lessons.
crazy giant weight shift. It
Like
doesn't need to be.
after impact, like look how nuts like my legs are.
Yeah, you're
I'm like
twisting.
almost hitting myself. And
You're
now
falling back.
I twist through and then I finally stand up. Like you should just be standing up. Like I should be lower and then standing up out of it.
Yeah.
So I would like hit some balls and walk behind it and like just work on just kind of going up. But I don't know. It's always good to just have things to work on. But things are fucked up.
Yeah. That's golf. Things are
golf. All right, who do you have winning? Who do you have winning this week? We gotta wrap this up. I gotta get back on the phones.
I don't know who has good odds. Eric Cole.
Ooh, I mean, if we're gonna go by value based off of odds, I mean Eric Cole, decent value.
Wait, hold on. Like who won last week?
I had Taylor Moore winning like a boss, right?
Wait, this is from. Yeah. No, you had.
I went off last week.
No, you had Justin Thomas winning.
Okay. Besides that, who were the other two?
And then Will Gordon and JJ Spawn.
JJ Spawn showed up. I went off with my bets because I had a Taylor Moore and Adam Hadwin I placed money on.
Did you?
Yeah, and then like fucking A. We didn't like I'm so pissed about that. Yeah, let's do it early and then spoil it everything so when we actually broadcast it later, you know the results.
Oh, I remember like I woke up later and I did like my running shit and then I turned it on and I'm like, where the fuck is it? I'm like, oh, they're done.
I know. I was driving.
I'm like, wait, they're
from
tied.
The casino.
Yeah, I was like, they're tied, and then that was it. Like you couldn't watch it because the Senior Open was on.
I broke 80. I went to the casino. I was up $100, and I was like, I want to go sweat this golf because it was like 1:00. Because like I'll get home, I'll at least catch the back nine, and then I'm driving home. I try like turn on YouTube TV while I'm driving home. I didn't realize it knows your location, or else they won't broadcast it. I learned that. But
wait, did it let you broadcast it there?
Right. Because I'm not in the zip code.
Huh.
So but then when I'm doing that, I'm like, wait, they're in a playoff? And then I'm like, what the fuck? And I texted you and then you spoiled it for me. You're like, yeah, Ricky won. And I was like, fuck.
Well, I mean, you could have just looked on Twitter. You would have saw it.
I'm actually pretty upset. Did you watch that last hole where he won? He fucking drills it off to the right side of the bunker on the playoff hole he won. And then he just draws a great lie because 1, crowd was standing there. 2, standing water, so he got to redrop. And he just gets a clean lie 200 yards out in the rough and just puts it within 10 feet. And it's like, bro, that's bullshit. You can't get rewarded off that type of shot just because you went so far right. It makes it good.
Yeah, it's golf.
I'm upset.
Yeah. Then I went into Cash Creek took my lunch money. Then I went and lost like 300 in the fucking casino.
You're aggressive. You're aggressive at the casino, man. I saw you just put $100 bill in a slot machine. You're like, yeah, I'm up 200.
Well, bro. So what I did, I was an idiot. I fucking put like 100. I pulled out like 100 or 200. Lost that on roulette right away. So I was like, okay. my buddy was still playing, so I was like, okay, I need to go to slots. So I go to slot, and like I was like drunk, I don't know, but the next thing you know, I put another $100 in there, and I was up to like 200 or 300. Like I was up. I pulled out that tag, and then I fucking cashed it, and I was like, here. I told my buddy, I was like, you owe me a fucking $100. I was like, let's go back to the roulette table. And we go, and I couldn't hit. Like the roulette's like, there's days where like I'm just hitting. I've gone and it's like, what the fuck? And then there's those times where it's like, you're not getting shit. And it was like literally right after I lost to the same numbers I always play, it fucking pops up. One of my numbers, 28, it pops up.
So like,
The,
let me
the
ask you a
next
question. You see a ball roll and it goes red. What's the chance the next time it goes is going to be red?
the next time, same chance, right?
All right,
50
I
50.
think I've asked you this before. Yeah, it is.
50
It is
50.
the prior numbers thing. It doesn't really matter. The odds are always going to be the same. You're
Yeah.
fucked because of the zeros.
Yeah, I just didn't play it. Yeah, the zeros will fuck you. Yeah, it's like 49. It's the closest odds in the.
Yeah, it's nice to like if you bet small and you're drinking. It can be fun. But all right,
Yeah.
man. I gotta get back on the grind.
All right, bro. Yeah, I
Um
gotta head out in a second.
all right, I'm gonna pick my boy. Let me fuck, I'm gonna pull up a let me see who the fuck is even playing.
Yeah.
I would like to see Denny win. But I think it's gonna be someone maybe like that's 100 to 1 that takes this down.
Danny McCarthy has lowest
All
odds.
right. We're going Woo. We're going Wu Tang Clan this week. He went
Dylan?
off. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's due.
Who else?
Oh, you want me to choose 3? Okay. So Wu Tang Clan.
Winner?
Dylan Wu wins. Top 10. We're gonna go Nick Taylor
Okay.
and Denny. Gotta go with my boy Denny because he's just putting out of his mind lately. He's actually been
Okay.
like a better ball striker.
I'm gonna
He's also a
go.
good putter.
Yeah, I'm gonna go winning. Um, Cam Young,
Ooh,
and then top
value.
10. Hadwin and um, JT Poston.
JT Poston.
Yeah, throw him in there. He's like my Taylor Pendrith, one of those guys I play randomly on fucking DFS.
I think
Oh,
Ludwig has a good week this week. Some good
I had him in my
fantasy.
dope lineup.
Some good fantasy people this week are like Ches Reavy and Lucas Glover. I'm gonna play them.
Reedy.
I'm gonna play them against you.
Lucas Glover, huh?
Yeah, Mr. Glover. I'm gonna be all over Mr. Glover because he's in Rainmakers too. This might be my week in Rainmakers because I got a bunch of these middling people. Like I have 3 Denny McCarthy cards,
You can just make these.
and I have a Henley.
You have 3 Denny McCarthy.
Yeah, I have an Eric Cole. Like I could, if
It's already Wednesday.
this could
I
be
gotta
my
fuck
week.
him.
This could be my week to clean up. Mark my words. But all right.
Well,
I gotta
we'll
go.
see.
This has been
All
the
right, bro.
checkup. Brought to you live. Catch you next week. Later.
Peace.